Okay, so hello again. And I'm going to try this one more time. I went back to my recording and I realized I'm still a little under the weather and I was saying things a little confusing. So we're going to try this recording one more time. This is the review that we're having for between now and our benchmark. So you're going to be working on review problems that we started at the beginning of the year. And I'm glad we're doing it. Most students were coming in saying that they forgot how to do it. They remembered it, but then forgot how to do it. So parents, go ahead and just make sure that they're working on these problems, writing down what they don't understand, taking ownership so that they can come in tomorrow and tell me exactly what they need help with. They're trying to pinpoint what is it that they don't know or what they need reinforcements to support their strengths and then to take care of any of the areas they have concerns with. Let's look at problem number 6. Ms. Roberts wrote the expression shown below on a whiteboard. So originally, again, this was 14 minus 2 times 4 plus 36 divided by 9. So I'm going to rewrite this one here, because again, I started writing it, and then I fumbled over the numbers so badly that this is my second recording. So this is the original problem. 14 minus 2 times 4 plus 36 divided by 9. All right, now my question is asking me, how would the value of the expression change if 14 minus 2 were in parentheses? Well, I've got to first do this problem, do the problem without the parentheses, okay? So now I'm going to remember my parentheses, my PEMDAS, which is in class we say, please, my dear Aunt Sally. So it's everything in the parentheses, multiplication and or division, whatever's in the equation, and then any addition or subtraction, and then you'll start again and follow that same format. So let's take a look at this one here. I'm going to look through, and do I find any multiplication or division? I do. I find there's 2 times 4 and 36 divided by 9. So 2 times 4 equals 8, plus 36 divided by 9 equals 4. And I'm going to start over, and it's 14 minus 8. So now I'm going to go from left to right. 14 minus 8 equals 6. Bring down my plus sign, bring down my 4. 6 plus 4 equals 10. And 10 is my answer. It is so much easier to bring down your numbers than to write it all over the place. Please try it this way. I'm sure I can guarantee that this will be a better thinking process for your brain. Okay, so now it said, how's this going to change if we added parentheses around 14 minus 2? So let's take 14 minus 2 times 4 plus 36 divided by 9. Again, we have PEMDAS or please, my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses, that's going to go around the 14 minus 2, so I'm going to actually do that. So now I'm going to do everything in the parentheses because that's what it tells me. So 14 minus 2 equals 12. The next thing it says is that anything that deals with multiplication or division. Well, I'm going to bring down this one here. So this here, I have this to multiply, and I have this to divide. So I'm going to do it like this. So 12 times 4 equals 48, plus 36 divided by 9 equals 4. And so this adds up to 48 plus 4 equals 52. Okay? All right, now let's take a look at our answer choices. I'm going to place this right here on the side so that you're able to see it. So my first one says A, the value of the expression would remain the same. Did the value of the expression, did the answer remain the same? No, it did not. So I put an F here for false. It's not a true statement. The value, and I'm going to put here answer. So if you're not sure what value means, it means the answer. So the answer of this expression would be greater than 52. Is the answer greater than 52? Which means is it 53 or above? Answer is no. I put F for false. The value of the expression would be less than 10. Is there an answer that's less than 10? No, so that's a false statement. The value or the answer of the expression would increase by 42. Did it increase by 42? Absolutely. 10 plus 42 equals 52, and that's a true statement, so my answer is D. Okay? If you have any trouble on this, you need to see me in the morning. So, sickness or no sickness, I will be here. Okay, so again, this is the one that I made a mistake. Not made a mistake, but I need to re-videotape this one here. So number 7, the table below shows how much of a track runners ran during a relay race. How much of the track did Ken and Joy run during the race? So the runner had to look for Ken and Joy, and I put here Ken and Joy. So I put Ken out to the side. Ken, he ran 3/10 of a mile. And Joy, because those are the two people we're talking about, she ran 2/5 of a mile. Now my question is how much of the track did Ken and Joy run during the race? So my question is going to be Ken and Joy ran blank of the track during the race. Okay. Now, what operations do I need to use? I'm going to add. Because I'm finding out, combined together, how much of it do they run together. So, Ken, again, had 3/10. Joy had 2/5. I can't add these up until I have a common denominator. So I know that 10 is my closest, so 5 times 2 and 2 times 2, because whatever I do to one, I must do to the other. So this is going to be 3/10 plus 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. And my denominator will always stay the same. And so my answer is 7/10. And there's where I have my, which is G. Okay? Please make sure that you are practicing on adding fractions with unlike denominators, finding those common denominators by the lowest common multiple, the LCM. All right, number 8. Hannah had 3 packages of rubber band bracelets. She wanted to give 1/4 of a package to each of her friends. How many friends will receive their rubber band bracelet? Okay, so we know that Hannah had 3 packages of bracelets, rubber band bracelets. She wanted to give, so she's going to pass those out, right? Give those away. 1/4 of a package to each of her friends. Okay? How many friends will receive rubber band bracelets? Okay, so they're talking about how many friends. It's where we're at right here. So friends can't be in a fraction. They can get a part of the bracelets in a fractional part, but that's not what the question's asking. So I'm going to rephrase it to each friend. Oh, that's not right because it's not each friend. How many friends will receive rubber band bracelets? Blank friends will receive rubber band bracelets. So is it going to be 2 friends will receive it, 3 friends will receive it? So we're going to be having a whole number. This is the total amount that she has. So I know that we have 3, and she's going to take those 3, and she's going to divide it into fourths. So she had 1 package, 2 packages, 3 packages. So you can do it this way, 2 different ways. She's going to divide these by fourths. So this package, 4 friends will get. This package here will be divided into fourths. This, remember, the denominator tells me how many total equal parts there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4 friends will receive from that bag. And 4 friends. So how many total friends? Yep, that's right, 12. So you can do it that way, showing a pictorial model, or let's show you 3 divided by 1/4. Now remember, when we're going to work out this equation, we now have to change this one here to a multiplication problem, so it's the inverse, and then this becomes the reciprocal of, so 3 times 4 equals 12. Because now it becomes 3 times it's 4 over 1 because it's flipped. Well, I know that anything over 1 is a whole number because there's 4 holes. It'll go in 4 times, 4 groups into 4. So 3 times 4 equals 12. It's kind of repetitive. So my answer is D. Okay? Pause it if you need to go over it, okay? Don't forget. Number 9. Mr. Keller paid $12.51 for a bag of grapes. The grapes were $3 per pound. So how many pounds of grapes did Mr. Keller buy? So here we needed to bullet. We did this in class together, the computation part, because I wanted to show you that in a decimal that is in your dividend, you're just going to simply bring that straight up. Whereas adding and subtracting, you line them up and bring it straight down into your answer. So he paid $12.51 for a bag of grapes. Now keep in mind that they are pretty expensive. You go to H-E-B and buy those big containers, and see, we're looking at the same thing. It's quite pricey. So the grapes were $3 a pound. Question is how many pounds of grapes did Mr. Keller buy? So now we want to know how many pounds is in this total amount. So this is the total. This and the $3, so we were going to divide that into the total to find out how many pounds did he buy. And it turns out he bought 4 pounds and 17/100 of a pound. So 4 and 17/100 pounds of grapes. So Mr. Keller, four and 17/100 pounds of grapes. Okay. And the last one. The coffee